wretched beings upon the earth. When we understand deeply that money only has its purpose to provide us with food, clothing, and shelter, we then spontaneously place an intelligent limitation on it. The result of this is that money no longer assumes the exaggerated importance that it has when it becomes a psychological need. Money in itself is not good or bad. Everything depends on the way we use it. If we use it for good, it is good. If we use it for evil, it is evil. We need to comprehend in depth the true nature of sensation and satisfaction. The mind that wants to comprehend the truth should be free of these obstacles. If we truly want to free the mind of the obstacles of sensation and satisfaction, we must begin with these sensations, which are more familiar to us, and there lay the adequate foundation for comprehension. Sensations have their suitable place, and when we comprehend them profoundly at all levels of the mind, they do not assume the stupid deformation they now have. Many people believe that if the order of things was according to the political party we belong to, and for which we always struggle, that we would have a happy world full of abundance, peace, and perfection. That is a false concept because none of that can exist if we have not previously individually comprehended the true significance of things. The human being is too poor internally, and that is why he has a need for money and material things for his personal sensation and satisfaction. When one is poor internally, he externally seeks money and material things to complement himself and to find satisfaction. That is why money and things have assumed a disproportionate value, and the human being is prepared to steal, exploit, and lie at every instant. To this is due the struggle between capitalism and work, employers and employees, between exploiters and exploited, etc. Useless are all the political changes if we have not first comprehended our own internal poverty. Economic systems can come and change again and again. The social system can be altered again and again. But if we have not profoundly comprehended the intimate nature of our inner poverty, the individual will always create new ways and means to obtain personal satisfaction at the expense of the peace of other people. It is urgent to deeply comprehend the inner nature of this myself if we really want to be internally wealthy. Whoever is internally rich is incapable of exploiting his fellow man. He is incapable of stealing and lying. Whoever is internally wealthy is free of the obstacles of personal satisfaction and sensation. Whoever is internally wealthy has found happiness. We need money, true, but it is necessary to profoundly comprehend our exact relationship with it. Neither the aesthetic nor the covetous miser have ever comprehended our exact relationship with money. It is not through renouncing money nor coveting it that we can come to understand our exact relationship with it. We need comprehension to intelligently recognize our own material needs without disproportionately depending on money. When we comprehend our exact relationship with money, the pain of detachment and the frightening suffering that is produced by competition ends. We should learn to differentiate between our immediate physical needs and the psychological dependence on things. The psychological dependence on material things creates exploitation and slavery. We need money to cover our immediate physical needs. Unfortunately, needs are transformed into covetousness. The psychological eye, perceiving its own emptiness and misery, usually gives money and material things a different value, an exaggerated and absurd value than what they truly have. That is how the eye wants to become rich externally, since he is internally poor and miserable. The eye wants to make itself felt, to dazzle its fellow man with material things and money. Nowadays, our relationship with money is based on covetousness. We always allege necessity to justify covetousness. Covetousness is the secret cause of hatred and brutalities of the world. Covetousness many times assumes a legal appearance. Covetousness is the cause of war and of all the miseries of the world. If you want to do away with the covetousness of the world, we should profoundly comprehend that this world is within our own very selves. We are the world. The covetousness of the rest of the individual lies within us. Actually, all individuals live within our own consciousness. The world's covetousness is within an individual. Only by doing away with the covetousness that we carry within will covetousness in the world end. Only by comprehending the complex process of covetousness in all levels of the mind can we experience the great reality. Exercise. First, lie down in the form of a star, opening your legs and arms to the left and right. Second, concentrate now on your immediate physical needs. Third, meditate, reflect on each of these needs. Fourth, lull yourself to sleep, trying to discover on your own where necessity ends and where covetousness begins. Fifth, if your exercise of concentration and inner meditation is done correctly, through internal vision, you will discover which are your legitimate necessities and which are covetousness. Remember that only by profoundly comprehending necessity and covetousness will you be able to establish true foundations for the correct process of thinking. End of lesson. Lesson 6. It is necessary that we have three things in life: food, clothing, and shelter. We should not be hungry. We need to eat. We should not be poorly dressed. It is necessary to dress well. It is not fair to live our entire life paying apartment rent. We need to have our own good home. Reflect on all of this. It is urgent for you to comprehend the need to live better without falling into the sin of covetousness. In our previous lesson, we said that it was necessary to distinguish between necessity and covetousness. It is necessary to know the necessity ends and where covetousness begins. You need to learn how to make a good impression on other people. This is a very delicate art. Many ladies dress very well, sometimes with excessive luxury, and wear very valuable rings on their hands, yet in spite of everything, they do not make a good impression on others. Many gentlemen wear very expensive suits and use the latest model cars, and yet they fail many times because of not knowing how to make a good impression on people. The President of Colombia, Dr. Ole Herrera, controlled his people with his eternal smile. Every smile of the President represented millions of dollars. We, the men, know that the smile of a woman is worth more to us than all the furs and diamonds that they use. A woman with a captivating smile causes a great impression among men. The smile of sincerity and the perfume of courtesy achieve true miracles in the business world. It is urgent to distinguish between the smile of sincerity